Hello and welcome back to the channel, and as you can tell, I'm actually feeling a little better and hopefully I will not have to mute my mic so I can cough my brains out. In this video, I am listing books that I got at an estate sale. I am also double speeding this because it took me a ridiculously long amount of time to list 10 books because I have children and a life and am easily distracted and I'm answering questions while I'm doing this. Again, if you've watched previous videos of this, these are not high price books so far. We've only gone through 4 tubs. We're incredibly behind in life, including this. So most of the books are between $5 and $10, nothing high priced. I've only sold 2 things out of this lot so far, and neither of them were books. One was a Dragon Ball Z PlayStation game we found inside of a book, and another one was a quilt pattern that was with the books. So, sold 2 things, neither of them books. To our credit, I think we only have 40-ish books listed, which is not a lot. Those of you that list books, this is semi-new for us. We have listed books in the past, but books tend to be long tail. I just sold, not too long ago, a lot of 14 Reader's Digest books from the 1960s, and I'm fairly certain the reason they sold is because they make a rainbow, and they're quite pretty to look at on a shelf. In fact, I was thinking about keeping them and using them for decor myself if they did not sell, and they were listed for over a year. But they did sell, and they sold for around $50. So, long tail items. I'm expecting these books to be long tail items. Honestly, I'm expecting them to be store fillers. And what do I mean by that? They're fairly easy to list. My process here that you're kind of seeing is I use my phone and I find sell similar with the books. If I can't, because there are several that are very personalized, like Bank of blah 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 cooking book or Ladies of blah 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 cooking book, I'm not going to find that. And if I do, that's kind of a freak occurrence. So I will find approximations, maybe other banks that have done cookbooks, and do a sell similar and take pictures and put the pictures in there. Then I will get on my computer and I will photo edit the pictures, brighten them up. I use a white background so I know how to color grade it to what the background is so people can tell how long it takes for, or what the yellowing of the books are, because a lot of these books are old, so it is yellowing. I'm telling you right now, your screen did not freeze. I am actually finding a pair of socks for my son for soccer practice right now. And I didn't go in and edit it out of the video because I thought it was hilarious. And it kind of shows life and what happens. I'm not able to just sit down and list things. Granted, I have one precious, singular, wonderful week in which I am out of work and home, and all 3 of my children are still in school. And I'm going to try to get as much done as possible in that precious, precious week. However, we have hit May, and any parents out there know May is like the December. It's incredibly busy. I am doing an activity for a child every single day for the next 2 weeks. My children go all past Memorial Day, so they are still in school a little past Memorial Day. And 2 of my children decided to join a talent show, so that just adds one more thing to my list. So yes, I have an entire week in which I am home with no children for 6 hours of the day. However, I'm probably going to be back at their school once a day, if not more, to do an activity. I was doing an activity today. I did an activity yesterday. I am out of work. My kids are in school today, and I did not get home until 12:30. And I have to go and pick them up at 3:30. So I really have 3 hours, 3 precious hours a day, which is fine. And in the summer, I do get time to do stuff. I'm usually recording these videos very, very late at night or very, very early in the morning in the summer. When I say very early in the morning, we're thinking 4:35 in the morning because I have one of my children is an early riser, bless her heart. And my oldest is a teenager and maybe goes to bed by 2 at night or in the morning or whatever you want to say. But he knows when I'm recording and will kind of like not. And they usually know when I'm recording because the door's shut. I want to get one of those lights, like a dark room light that sits outside the door and is like, if the light is on, Mom is recording. And I know you're going to be like, you don't produce that many YouTube videos. Why do you need a recording light? I actually record a lot more for my job than I do for YouTube. But still, I'm like, ugh, I'm not going to get anything done. Granted, I am a contract employee and my contract ended last week and does not start again until August. So I have June and July without a paycheck, which is scary. But I have, this is normal. This is not like a thing. But I have June and July without a paycheck, and I have to figure out what I'm going to do with that. I'm hoping to list more on eBay. Yeah, hoping, grand scheme of things. I will say my 2 oldest have expressed wanting to learn how to list. I think they've realized things need money. My middle child has decided she wants to be a landscaper and is going to start with our yard and use other people's money. So she wants us to fund her landscaping projects. But back to filler items. Sorry, so sidetracked. I don't know if I'm coming or going lately. Filler items. Our store does so much better if there's over 500 items. Honestly, 700 was pretty much our sweet spot. 500 bare minimum. I want to stay above 700. But it's like if I go below 700, it's because I'm selling so much stuff. I want to stay above 700. I know books are long tail. I've been selling some of my long tail stuff. I have a death pile, but not that big of one. And honestly, most of my death pile is books. I do have some hard good stuff. I have very little clothes to list. I'm kind of steering away from clothes unless it's like items that I'm going to be able to sell for over $15. I've had a lot of issues with clothes lately. After I've got them home, I found out they're damaged, or I've had returns because the fit wasn't right. People really lowballing on clothes, so I'm kind of steering away from that. There are still specific clothes I'll pick up. I did last time we went to the bins, and I'll show in a video. I picked up a vintage puffer jacket and Carhartt bibs, men's, a large size Carhartt bibs, and a vintage Sherpa lined jean jacket, Wrangler jean jacket, which were quite heavy, honestly, and cost me a bit because it was $1.89. But those are the only 3 things I bought to sell. Everything else I bought for myself. I am leaning more towards hard goods, which my husband likes because he lists hard goods much quicker than I do. I take a little bit to list. He's very quick about it. I am very much quicker with clothing. I just haven't sat down to do it. I do have several boxes of clothes that are my death pile that I really honestly just need to clean the table off and photograph. It will not take me that long. It will take me 2 days. Especially if my kids are in school, it may take me 2 days to do. But I do have to take over the dining room table because we do not have a designated eBay area. So thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe and have a very productive day.